What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I just dropped something. I had to pick it back up. Listen, if you don't know who I am, if you're new to the channel, this is your girl Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog. Been out here about 5 years doing this. Listen, if you don't know, I'm the author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the palm of your hand. There is a part two coming, I promise. There's so much on the plate here right now. I just want to reach out to you guys because earlier I shared on the channel a video from Gary Vee, where essentially Gary Vee is like, look, you guys know I keep talking about fake entrepreneurship, and there's reasons why. There's serious reasons why. There's a reason why I'm bringing on particular people on the channel who talk about boring businesses, who talk about getting better jobs, who talk about tech industry, who talk about a lot of different things. Because there has been this romanticizing of quitting your job, starting a business. And what something Gary Vee said that was very smart that I think is very true, you're going to see the demonization of business owners. You're going to see people go, yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, I started a business, or my cousin started a business and it ruined his life. You're going to start seeing that. I'm really serious. I know people think it's crazy, but you're going to start seeing it because people are going to be failing, right? The business planner ideal they had wasn't that great to begin with, and then they fail because there's a recession and they don't adapt, and then they blame entrepreneurship. I see this happening. I believe in what he's saying because it's true. Because what's going to happen is, you know, people think, well, I started a business, I watched YouTube videos, and I did this. If you guys notice in me on this channel, you see me constantly going to conferences, trying to improve myself, trying to, learn new things, learn new skills, hire people, all this good stuff. You see me doing that. And there's a reason I'm doing it, because you have to adapt and you have to improve yourself along the way. And a lot of people I'm bumping into, they're trying different little techniques and running Facebook ads and doing stuff, but their main goal was to stun on the ground. Their main goal was to quit their job. Their main goal was to show their mom and dad something. Now, there's something he said in there that they're letting their parents subsidize them. This is true. You see this all the time. People say, oh, I stay at home so I can save money because of student loan debt. And let's be really honest. If you really, really want to get rid of student loan debt and you work 2 jobs for a year and a half while staying in your parents' house, it would be paid off. Because the only thing you'd be paying is student loan debt in your car. But see, people don't put that fierceness into it. Even in the apartment complex I'm in, there's a family here. It's like 6 people in the apartment, but they're all hanging out all day long. I'm like, if all y'all had to cram into this apartment to get in here, one or two things are happening. Somebody here is on disability. It's a very expensive apartment complex. Or 2, some of y'all work and some of y'all don't, because I see y'all all day. When I walk, when I take runs, when I go do stuff, y'all home all day. And I would ask you if you work from home, but y'all don't look like y'all work from home. Y'all like y'all in pajamas at 3 in the afternoon, okay? But that's going to come to an end. The subsidizing of these fake entrepreneurs is coming to an end. You saw where I talked about there's 37 million credit cards that are 90 days late. There are over 7 million cars that are 90 days late. When you don't pay your card, listen, I even shared a video earlier. Somebody sent me a video. I'm telling you, somebody sent me a video earlier. I think it was Yolanda out of South Carolina. And I was like watching it, but the whole time I was watching it, I was like, every single person did the same thing. They bought the biggest house they could find. They didn't save any money. They lived paycheck to paycheck. They bought brand new cars. I mean, you could even hear in the video where they're like, oh, we bought a brand new car and a brand new house at the same time. Why? To stunt for the neighborhood? For who? And so people say, well, is it going to be worse this time? For sure. For some groups of people, it will be. But this whole fake entrepreneurship is people doing techniques and tactics and not growing actual businesses. Now, what you've seen me do over the course of the couple years here is go to conferences, learn, buy products. And I mean, there's another YouTuber who's just blowing it out the water. And I said, yo, here, I'll pay you to get on the phone with you. I'll pay you. A lot of people DM me all the time, and I may chat up with them here and there. But at the end of the day, they know I'm busy. They know I'm literally trying to get, talking on the phone to truck drivers, talking on the phone with different investments. People send me deals every day. Like, hey, I got this $40,000 house in Georgia. You want to get in? I'm like, whoa. What's the paperwork? What's the rules? What's the. I get that all day. And so I try to show you that if you don't have systems, you don't have people working for you, helping you run those systems, it's very hard to run a business. Now, there's going to be a point here where I go away for 2 months, not completely off YouTube. I'll still do some lives, but I'm going to spend the summer in Europe. Period. Like this time, for real. Like we just finished buying tickets. We just finished buying a lot of services for our assistants to handle and take over stuff and take over emails. And it was a process that costs lots of money. And people go, oh, you know, Ericka, you can still run it from your laptop. You can take your laptop anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, but this was never meant to be a job for me. This was just a stream, a system. And you don't have a real business if you can't detach from it. You don't have a real business if you can leave for a week. You know, there's somebody I reached out to, and it's not Remy Setti, but close enough, someone close to his team. Like they go on vacations all the time, 2-3 weeks, and they show me exactly what they do, step by step. And I was like, perfect. I will do that. I will copy it like you showed me. And the problem is people don't understand that you're going to burn out. You know, the hustle culture is good because most people are lazy. Now, let me say that again. Hustle culture is good because most people are lazy. Now, let me clarify. 80% of people just want to come home in the afternoon and watch Netflix and veg out. And I didn't even know the word veg out meant till someone explained it to me. A lot of people, you know, I remember they were talking to a couple and their kids were way overweight for whatever reasons. And they were talking to them that they should walk around the neighborhood for an hour every day. And the family did not want to do that. They just couldn't find the time. Now, I don't know about you, but most parents get home about 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:37 at max, latest. Taking a dog around the block, taking your kids around the block and eating dinner is not going to like ruin your whole night. What you're really saying is you rather watch TV for the 2 hours or 3 hours you can squeeze in there and then put your kiddos to bed. That's what you're saying. And what I realize is that's most people want to just veg out. Most people just want to come home and do nothing. So the excitement is, oh, Ericka, can I learn this in an hour? I've even heard some of the questions from Terry. Terry, can I learn stock trading in an hour? Can I do this in an hour? And it's almost this, how can I get away with the least amount of time and the least amount of effort? You don't want a business. You don't. And there's something Gary Vee was saying in a few years, people are going to demonize businesses. They really are. They're going to say, oh, those entrepreneurs, like it's going to go back and be uncool. It really is, because I already know that I'm going to be able to hire some really talented folks, because I literally just interviewed 2 women who they want to go home because they have kids, but they want to be someone's part-time office manager. And I'm like, yeah, totally, this works. You know, show me your resume. These women were paid like $80,000 a year, but their desire to go home was so strong that they're like, Ericka, I'll take half. I'll take half of that and run all this stuff and run your employees and do all this stuff for half, because it's part-time. It's part-time. And what people don't understand is there's going to be a lot of talented people available for work after this all goes down. Sorry. The reason they're going to be available for work is some of them, the credit cards. Listen, I remember a couple years ago, was it Jason's Deli? Yeah, it was Jason's Deli. There was a guy. He was doing Amazon FBA before it was Amazon FBA. He was doing he was shipping stuff, eBay and all that stuff. And he was trying to describe it to us. And we were like, oh, that's really cool. Why are you getting this remote job here at Jason's Deli? And he said, well, last year I made 80,000, but this year I only made 40. And my wife, she wasn't comfortable with all the change. So I'm getting this job at Jason's Deli on top of the business. This poor man looked like he was run ragged. Now, at Jason's Deli, all he was doing was some of the technical stuff of the catering. So he didn't have to actually come in person. He could do it from home. So it was pretty smart of him, 1. But 2, what he said, I know what that means. It's where your wife is not comfortable with change, but if he was a single man, he would be fine. Now, how do you mitigate that? How do you fix that so your spouse doesn't go, you got to go get a job? Because that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. Let's just be honest. It's going to happen to a lot of y'all if you have too much change. Buying, rentals, investing. Now, again, I talk about the Small Millionaire book all the time. I'm debating doing some kind of small ebook, or maybe something 40 pages. I was talking with my friend and she was like, you need to write that up. Put that in a little book. I don't think about it, and I'll think about it this week, but while I'm off in DC. But the problem is, I keep showing y'all every time I get an extra chunk of money, it goes through a system. It goes through Lending Club, it goes through Prosper, it goes through certain notes, it goes through certain groups. U-Haul Investors Club. Like, I put away money because I know good times don't always last. And you'll get to points, and the reason I'm making the six-figure YouTube course and it's taking so long is because I'm showing you the different levels in the course. Like, I literally say, so many people get stuck at 10,000 to 15,000 and they don't know what's the next step. And I was there for like 6 months, like, what? I can't get past this 15 grand a month. What the heck is going on? And it was just like little steps. What happens is people get comfortable. They get comfortable and they think the good times are going to roll always. Now, when a recession happens, sales are down, right? Grant Cardone has a whole series where he talks about this. Sales go down, but your production should go up. Now, why does that mean? As people feel less confident about the economy, oh, I need to save money, I need to put money away, they're going to be less likely to buy things from you. And that's normal. But that's where you as a salesperson either have to ramp it up, or the money you do get in, you have to put it into investments. And that's what people have to really learn. Like, I watched the video that I shared from Yolan earlier on the post, creating post. One dude was making like $120,000 a year and didn't have any money saved up, had like 3 months of savings. The thing of it is his wife never worked. She was a stay-home mom. He knew he needed more reserves than that. And this is just how I know people aren't paying attention. You need rentals. You just do. There's always going to be people who will never buy a house. As much as people say, Ericka, everybody want to buy a house. There's some people, they'll always rent an apartment. And when they get put out of apartments, they'll always rent a house. Why? Because they have those extra cousins who can come live with them. They have extra kids. I've seen it too much. I know it's the truth. So there's 118 of y'all. Go ahead and drop your city and state. I'm not going to be on here forever. I'm going to actually go see a late movie. I'm actually going to go see Little. That movie with those black ladies and the ladies from Insecure. I don't know their names. I feel bad. I don't even know their names, but someone bought my ticket, so we're going a little bit later. But I just have to say this, you guys. There's sites you can check out: Lending Times, Lending Academy, Lending Robot, Pure Cube, CUBE, Nickel Stream Roller. There's some more. You guys should write those down because I don't even remember if I'll put them in the notes. But the fact is, there's opportunity to invest all around. Now, I will record in June. I won't be like, I'll be in Europe parts of May and parts of June, but I'll be back in time to go to Belize and Panama, because I'm going to go with a group who's looking to buy a coffee and chocolate farm in that area. So, part owner of a coffee farm. So that's some new exciting stuff that's coming around, and that'll be around June 25th-ish. Yes, June 25th-ish. That'll be around June 25th-ish. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and some of this stuff isn't that. Listen, this investment for the coffee thing is like 20 grand a person. It's not that expensive, but what you would think is you would go, oh, I can't do all that. But you know how you get there? You raise the income and you start making little investments, and then they open up the door to bigger investments. You will see me, without a doubt, you will see me invest more money, one into trucks, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, into trucks, and two into some real estate, whether I have to partner with some people or whatever. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people, oh, the recession, I'm gonna wait. And then the wait comes around and they still don't do it either then. So I'd rather partner with some people now, build up on the upswing. So let me see what you guys talking about up in here. It's 125 of y'all in here, but listen, the reason I bring this up is I don't want anyone to, like, when you see me talk about tech jobs and tech writing, you see me talking about different ways to get higher paying jobs on this channel, 6-figure income, how do you build up sales to get to 6 figures? It's not for you to get all this, like, entrepreneurship. Yeah, we're going to get crazy and make 6 figures in the first year. If you keep your full-time job and it's paying you like $50K a year, and then you make an additional 30 grand off your business in a year, that's just 2 grand extra a month. You winning. You are like winning. Like that's a win. And you almost like doubled your income. But what people don't understand is they want this business, they want to quit their job so their business completely does whatever. That's not how it works. This just isn't. And I know it's coming. So many people are gonna be so angry at business owners, like I lost my job at a startup, or they're gonna be, I already see that happening. Like I'm already talking to people here who they work at startups that get bought out in Austin and they're pissed. And there's one lady, she works for an all black company and it got bought out by some white people, and so everybody want to quit. And it's like, does it matter? Are you still gonna get a check? I get it. It was a black owned business. You started under a black tech lady and you're mad she sold out. But what is she to do? Not sell out? It's crazy. So what's up, you guys? 130 of y'all in here. What's good? Detroit in the house. Memphis, Bay Area, Charlotte, North Carolina. Sky Investments. Where are you from again? I think I've talked to you offline. You have a point. Try to tell my sister that nursing stressing her out to pay off that debt. Listen, Bruce Wayne. I comment on his channel all the time. His name is Bruce Wayne. Literally, he's Asian. And I realized he wasn't some young kid. Look, Asian and black don't crack. So you'd be thinking they're young forever. But he has a wife and a daughter and everything. And he was looking at a duplex for $200,000. And he was just like, yeah, looking at this duplex. And his whole channel is about stocks. But that's the difference. If you work a job and it's paying you well, and you take that income and buy 1 or 2 rentals, one every 2-3 years, your stress level is different. Your life looks different. And I keep trying to tell y'all, like, some of the smallest, best investments you'll make is 1 or 2 rentals at a time. But okay. Oh, did y'all see the article about Dave Ramsey? I might have to pull that up while I'm at it. Dave Ramsey, basically Dave Ramsey, did I talk to y'all about that already? How Dave Ramsey has, let me see if I can pull it up. Dave Ramsey, new building. Okay, and then there was an article about Dave Ramsey. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Dave Ramsey, new building. Let me see. Let me see if I pull it up. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let's pull it up. I want y'all to see this because this happened before. Dave Ramsey's not stupid. This same thing happened before, and that's why I think Dave Ramsey is a genius. See if it won't. I don't want my computer to die now, though. Might be too many things open. Hold on. Let's see. This ain't the newest computer. All right. So, see if it'll do it without dying on me. Don't die on me. Hold on. Oh, you guys, I think it's freezing on me. Oh, no. We might be cut off. Let's see. Can you guys still hear me? Put a 1 in the comments if you can still hear me. Put a 1 in the comments. I think it might be freezing up on me. All right. So long story short, the article was, okay, you still see me, still hear me? Okay, cool. The article was about Dave Ramsey. 2 of them just popped up. It's talking about broke millennials are like flocking to Dave Ramsey all of a sudden. Like they're buying his books, they're buying his stuff. His books are like #1 they give to students out of college, like all of a sudden Dave Ramsey is popular. And I knew this was coming because this came the last time we were in a recession. All of a sudden Dave Ramsey's business went through the roof. He was able to make just a ton of money. And, if my computer doesn't die here in a second, I'll show you guys his new building he's building. It's huge. It's freaking huge. And the reason why is because they know the next recession happens. People are going to go, oh my God, I got to pay off all my debt. We got to get rid of all this debt, honey. This debt's killing us. No, I mean, well, the debt's been killing them for years. It didn't just stop, right? Okay, let me see. I think the computer is going to unfreeze in a second. Guys, give it a second. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you as soon as it gives me a chance. There's 154 of y'all in here. What's up? Make sure you hit the like button. Help your girl out. It's a late show. Not gonna be in here forever. Gonna go to the movies here shortly. But Dave Ramsey made a ton of money last time. Last recession blew up. This recession gonna blow up some more. He's even building this huge building, and there's a reason he's building it, because he's gonna hold conferences in it. He's gonna talk about, he's the debt slasher. He's on the Money magazine cover. Millennials are flocking to him, and it's funny because what he's saying is old. What he's saying is old and simple. Pay off your debt. Live like no one else. You can live like no one else. So many times I watch things on families say, "Oh, the food bill is just so high." They don't cook. It's all processed. It's all stuff you throw in the microwave. It's all stuff. And when you start saying, "Well, won't you guys make soups and stews?" And my mom was big on making spaghetti. It's kind of a joke that Black people make a ton of spaghetti, right? Or stir fry. People lost that. People lost that ability to cook. People lost that ability to do simple math that, hey, you and your spouse bring in 12 grand a month, but you're spending 11 grand a month. Where does that make sense? So Dave Ramsey's going to blow back up at the point of my story. And now that my computer is acting a fool, let me see if nope, it's still spinning. Wow, that's crazy. So who knows what happened? It might not let me hang out either. That's wow. So anyway, so my point in all this is a lot of people think Dave Ramsey's concept is new. It's not new. It's old. It's very simple. The smartphone millionaire synopsis, please. The synopsis is how to lend to people, businesses, and real estate from the palm of your hand. How to invest is $25. Here, let me make this very clear. I'm going to say this again. I've been saying this a couple times lately. There's a video I had. I said, everybody thinks something's a scam. No one wants to invest $1, $5, $10 in learning. People rather watch 1,700 videos of me saying different things to try to find pieces and nuggets, instead of just saying, you know what? I'm going to pay $25, grab a book that literally lists out every single thing you're going to invest in. Simple, say invest in yourself or don't. That's the kind of thing I'm on. Same thing with Dave Ramsey's Total Debt Makeover. Thank you, Jason Dykes, for the free super chat. Same thing with the Total Money Makeover. I know people right now who are sharing the Total Money Makeover. They're like, well, I need to see your copy. Can I see your copy? That's the point of the book. It's for you to educate yourself. That's me talking about, that's what the whole thing of me talking about going to these conferences. I just paid $1,000 for a 3-hour phone consult. And people are going to be like, $1,000? If you paid $1,000 for 3 hours? Yes, I paid $1,000 for 3 hours, because that person is showing me tips and things to the game. I've held up 100 books, no less. I don't know. Ask Andre. Andre, you here? I know I've held up at least 100 books in this show over the time I've been on this show, trying to help people get nuggets. But at the end of the day, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to make more money. You're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have to read and learn where to put your money when you make it. And that's the secret. That's the true secret. All these people that unfortunately Gary Vee's talking about, that are probably going to commit suicide, which is sad, it's because they've been coddled. This has been, I don't mean to go to Game of Thrones on y'all, but I got to. They were in the Game of Thrones. They were like, these are the soldiers of summer. And what he was saying is, if bad times come, these soldiers won't stick with you. These people won't be good fighters. And this is what's about to happen in America. There are a lot of people saying they're a CEO or entrepreneur because they got one rental property and they live at their parents' house and they got credit cards. So when they get a chance, they go overseas. Jermaine is my #1 thing. I love watching his channel here and there. I don't watch it often anymore, but when I do see him, I'm so proud of him, because he's a prime example of showing that you can go work, Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, Caveat. He didn't even own a car. He had a rental car. And then he was Airbnb in a space in San Francisco, then would make enough money, leave for a month at a time overseas because it's so cheap to live over there, come back and work some more. That's the true anti-credit card debt commercial right there. For those young men out here, the young African-American men or Black men or Hispanic men who want to go travel, follow that method. Work for a month, save the buckaroos, buy a ticket, leave, stay gone for 2 weeks, come back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. And what's gonna happen? Man, there's like 200 people here. Y'all up late tonight. Um, what's gonna happen is Dave Ramsey's gonna make a lot of money because there's two sides of this coin. This is the same thing that happened in, and the best way for me to say this, and I don't want no beef, I don't want no smoke from the manosphere or other places. There are people in the manosphere that are telling you, stay away from women, stay away from women. Those same people now are flipping the coin and saying, well, if you're going to date women, this is how you do it. And, you should have everything, in your name. And, if you're going to date a single mom, you should do this. Good business people know how to do both. And I don't even knock the hustle. I don't even knock the hustle. I'm actually like, every time I see that dude talk, I'm like, look at you, selling. Because that's what good business people do. Right now, there's a guy I know who makes Trump t-shirts left and right. But a couple years ago, he made Obama t-shirts. And he's a white guy. And you know who he was selling to? He was selling to black people. These Trump shirts are selling white people. He's a good salesperson. That's all it is. He's a good salesperson. And I don't knock the hustle at all. And what you're going to see, Dave Ramsey's going to make a comeback. Well, he's already here. He's big and he's booming. But you're going to have Dave Ramsey make crazy levels of sales because people are going to go, oh, no, we should pay off our debt, honey. We've got too much debt. Great. You know why this is great for them? Because they're going to learn discipline. They're going to spend a year paying all this stuff off. Their wife is going to moan and cry and learn how to use a crock pot and learn how to cook for all her kids and do all these kid activities at home that are saving money. And her husband's going to put his foot down. It's great. Now, next year, when they're debt free, because the average person who follows the Dave Ramsey plan is debt free in 15 months on average, what's going to happen is they're going to turn around and now they can invest. Now they can invest in other things and not be, oh no. They can turn around and invest. They can turn around and vacation on the actual money they make, not credit cards. This is, it is what it is. So Dave Ramsey's going to blow up, but also Gary Vee, he's excited because he's like, so many people companies are going to close, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to hire those employees. That's what's going to happen. So it's a little bit of that. But again, entrepreneurs are going to get very much demonized. And I promise you this, mark my words, on April 16, 2019, in a year or two, you're going to start seeing parents talking about, my Jimmy, he's on American Greed because he wants to be an entrepreneur. No, your Jimmy is a thief. He's a scoundrel. He's a scammer. That's why he's on American Greed. He didn't have techniques and the systems in place to run an actual business. Andre Hatchett is in the chat throwing out the link left and right. I don't even know what he's saying. I'm going to look down in a second. But essentially, very systemized business. Notary, boom, boom, boom. Get up daily, service people. It's a service-based business. People need services. Who's going to make money in this next recession? Handymen, people who can fix things. You have an elderly population who cannot climb ladders. You have a lot of people. Oh, excuse me, Humphrey Jones. I'm just saying certain salespeople within the sphere. Let me be clear. But my point is, people who have skills are going to make a lot of money. There's a reason I'm pushing a lot of you towards tech. AI and automation. There's going to be like two types of tech. And Kamoy was in the comments earlier. She may be already gone off. But like, there's going to be tech for people. And that's what she does with technical writing. There's going to be tech for people to explain it so that like even a 5-year-old can understand it. Or someone who refuses to learn new tech can understand it. It's going to be that type of tech. Then there's going to be high level tech. Then there's going to be even higher levels of tech. But there's going to be a lot of tech where there's a job where your job, all it is to explain something to somebody. There's a really funny skit this girl has. Her name is she calls herself Nino, but she basically draws on a beard and pretends to be like she works at a call center. And she basically makes fun of people calling to my, I don't know how to work this. Have you tried turning it on and off? Like, that's her whole skit. Every time I go watch her channel, it's just people calling up the call center, cussing her out, and then she explains how they should work it. And then she hangs up on them. It's hilarious. But that's gonna be a big part of tech. It's gonna be a whole generation of people who do not want to learn. They want someone to explain it to them. And my hope and with this channel is that I can show you you're not stuck there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people saying, Ericka, do you think I'm smart enough to do that? Do you think I can invest in real estate? I'm a single woman. I don't have a husband. Hey, you might not ever get a husband. So does that mean you're not going to save for your retirement? Does that mean you're not going to get a better job? Does that mean you're not going to take care of yourself? Same thing with some of these guys. They may never get married. They may never have kids. You still have to figure out a way to be self-sufficient and also take care of yourself in the long run. There you go. Kamoy just said it. Yeah, people will always need step-by-step instructions. And people will need home health care. Home health care is going to go through the roof. Nursing is going to go through the roof. People's families will not be able to afford sending moms off to nursing homes. They won't be able to afford it. They won't be able to do it. They won't be able to do it at all. And what's going to end up happening is you'll see a huge boom in certain areas. I promise you. In these houses, these big houses where people are like, oh, who wants to live in such a big house like that? People who know their kids are going to move back home with them. I know a family right now, they're Greek and they're in North Carolina. And every one of their sons, out of 5 sons, kept moving back home. Some would move back with wife and kids. Other one, because they pick very terrible careers. They all want to be teachers. And, you know, being teachers doesn't always pay that high, especially if you want to have a stay-at-home wife who's expensive. And so the father would be like, okay, you can stay here for 3 months and you got to go. And what would end up happening, he would be mad because he's like, listen, why do y'all keep having kids and y'all not making more money? Something has to give. And so one by one, some of the sons would go into sales or other stuff. I don't think any of the sons are skills teachers. No, wait, there is one. He's still a teacher. He's the last one. I forgot. He originally wanted to be a gym teacher. But my point to that is a lot of people are going to have to adjust careers, but a lot of people are going to live in those big houses still because their kids keep moving back home. And they can't afford to downsize. You know, they should be downsizing, but they won't. So let me see what y'all got in here. Oh, man, thank you for a $20 super chat. Nobody wants to watch videos that tell us to work, increase income, implement citizens. Sad society, but true. Dave Ramsey has them flocking to him for what you know. Kamoy, Andre Hatchett, Todd, Kendra constantly give. This is facts. This is facts, yo. Oh, man, there's like 221 of y'all in here. What's up? Happy late night. Hit the like button. Heroin sales are going to go through the roof once the recession hits. Come on, Troy Jackson. Come on, man. Come on. $5 super chat. Shamika B, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Troy Jackson, for the $2 super chat. Double your income and then live on half. Facts. Jason Dykes, thank you for the super chat. You guys are cracking me up. Thank you, Adam O, talking drums. Let me see. Okay, you guys got a lot of commentary here. I wasn't ignoring the commentary. I know what Gary Vee's saying because it's true. Like, and this is not picking on anybody about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, MLMs, this, Forex, they're hopping. And if you actually talk to people who are in the stock market, day traders, like, and they do this every day, this is a life. It's a routine. Same thing when it comes to like running a business. This is a life. And I think a lot of people go, ooh, shiny. The reason I saw Bruce Wayne channel and I wasn't laughing. I was like enjoying that he was buying a real estate because he was showing you truth. Once you start making enough income, you can go buy a rental. And then you make more income, you invest in stocks here and there. He is showing you what most people are doing that make higher income. And a problem is a lot of times people are not making they're not even making $50,000 a year. And so they're so stressed and so pressed. They want to quit their job and do this new thing that's going to make them double the money. And it's like, chill, baby. Let me see here. To stunt for neighbor, Kamoy. When I was watching the video, and it had some good points. I'm not making fun of other people, but they literally said, we bought a brand new house. And we bought a car. And one couple even said they kept refinancing their house to their house payment was $300,000 a month. They weren't even in California. Okay, let me tell you that again. Their payment was $4,300 a month. And you're like, what? Like the wife even learned how to can because she, like when they lost everything finally, the wife started learning how to can. She started learning how to make vegetables in the garden. You know, I just was sitting there shocked. I mean, I even commented on the video, some of y'all need to just buy a piece of land and slowly build a house. If you ever get to go to Belize, Belize is amazing. And if you guys didn't hear me earlier on the show, there's 230 of y'all in here. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm going to Belize in Panama with a group of investors, and we're trying to buy a coffee farm, or a piece of a coffee farm, actually. And actually, it was like a $20,000 investment each person. I'm like, that's it for a coffee farm? This is amazing. But I wouldn't have gotten that opportunity if I wasn't in their group listening for real estate. I was like, oh, coffee farm? Sure, why not? Right? Like, but people rather take that 20 grand and put it in new cars and put it in new crap. It doesn't make any sense. But when you're in Belize, what you'll see in Belize, because they don't make a lot of money, but they speak English. English is their language there. You see some Spanish and you have some other ones, but mostly English. You'll see in yards when you drive by in Belize, you'll see cinder blocks sitting up in a nice, neat, racked pile. You go, oh, that's interesting. And you keep on driving by. Then you'll see another house, cinder blocks, locked up, nicely piled. What they do is eventually they buy enough cedar blocks to build the house. And some places we drove by, they had the layout of the house with the cinder blocks already laid out. Already like, shoop, 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 shoop. Not huge houses, but a house. And what they do in Belize is to try to get around having a permit. The family comes by on one weekend and they just throw the house together. They get all the cinder blocks that they've been stacking in the front yard or the backyard for years, slowly stacking them, just waiting. They come and get a family members to come on a weekend and they build the whole house. Do everything, build the whole house. Boom, built and done. And then you look up next time you go over there, there's a house. And I said, well, is that dangerous? Is that illegal? They're like, yeah, it's not illegal. What they gonna do? Make you come take your house apart? Of course not. Now they're just gonna tax you because you already have a house there. And what I'm trying to get to my point is, a lot more people need to buy land, go on houseplans.com and slowly build a house, right? A lot more people, instead of trying to go out and buy beyond their means, it'd be a lot easier for them to buy a piece of land and wait a few years till they can afford to build their own house. It'd be a lot simpler if some people would ride the car they have for years. Do you know the average person turns a car over every 3 years? I didn't believe it until I read it. I said, no way. No, not every 3 years. I bought a car, and I promise you, before a year and a half was up, they were sending me offers like, hey, your credit's great. Would you like a new car? Come on in with your old car and get a new one. And I thought, that's weird. Never had that before. I literally got over 15 emails and 3 calls where the salesmen were like, hey, just checking on you, seeing if you need a new car. And I was like, are you kidding me? No, I don't need a new car. I'm keeping this one. Paid it off. I'm keeping it. My mom still gets offers. She's been paid off her Jeep. Still gets offers. And what I realized is that's true. Those numbers are true. People are every 3 years changing cars. You can never get ahead that way, folks. I know people right now, a lady called me, God bless her, I'm not making fun of her. She's like, I have a 2016, but it's a gas guzzler, and I want to go to a smaller car. And I'm like, so sell that car and get a new car. Well, maybe if I get 2 cars. And as I was listening to her, what I realized is she wanted to seem like she was doing better or she was making a better decision with her money, but she really didn't want to make change. She really didn't want to let go of the SUV. And to me, only thing that changes that situation is life. Life will change that situation. And this is the same for the fake entrepreneur movement. All these guys living in Chiang Mai, living the dream. I've already started documenting, not because I'm an asshole, but yeah, because I am a little bit. All these people that I used to look at that are, I'm living overseas. I'm in Chiang Mai. I'm in Thailand. I'm in Bali. Who are moving back home? You know what number I'm at now? 15. Come back. All of a sudden, their channel's quiet for 3-4 months. Hey, you guys, I moved back home and bought a house. I totally want to work more from home. I was tired of being overseas. I've seen it. So anyway, rant for the day. Checking in from New Orleans. What's up? Checking in from New Jersey. We'll be moving to AZ soon. Congratulations. Arizona is blowing up. It's very busy, but congratulations. Put them in bed before it with carbs. Oh, yeah, that's what they're doing. Exactly, Kamoy. I tell people the same thing when it comes to jobs. It doesn't take much to get a bigger raise because most people won't do crap. Listen, most people, 80% of people they're not doing nothing, y'all. Glenn and Cameron said something, and God bless Cameron. He had a heart attack, you guys. Go over his channel, make sure he's okay, leave good messages for him. But essentially, he was like, most dudes won't walk up and talk to 10 women in a month. Now, I was like, I don't know about you, but I lived in a military town. Some of them dudes talk to every woman that walk by, right? And then, like, I live here in Austin, and some people talk to everybody that walk by. And that just shows you, even if somebody really wants something, they're not even willing to go do it for themselves. They're not even willing to talk to strangers. Like, oh, Ericka, I got to talk to somebody. And people give Glendon such crap for that. And I thought, 10? That's pretty low. You could probably talk to like 3 girls in a week and be done before the month was over. But again, not going to go there. Ganja said you need to have heart. That's right. Atlanta, what's up? Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, Hinesville, Georgia. Sky Investments. I just resigned from my 6-figure job last Monday. I moved to Florida from New York. And within a year and a half, I bought enough rentals to match my W-2 income. If you can do it, if I can't, if I can do it, you can do it. Yes, very true. Very, very true. Oh gosh. Why does it sound up on this? Okay. Sorry, the screen is still messed up. I kid you not. It's still spinning. So I'm reading from my phone. Let's see what else we got in here. Woo! Thank you for the $5 super chat, Tana Hill. Gosh, there's 240 of y'all in here. What's up, late night? The like button. Let me see what y'all got going on in here. Oh gosh, it moved. Okay. Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, Birmingham, Alabama, Detroit, Greensboro, North Carolina, Frisco, California, Washington, D.C., Little Rock. I'll be in Washington, D.C. this week. Yes, technically, Annapolis. But I'll be back in Baltimore June 29th. Little Rock, Houston, Olive Branch, Dallas, Oakland, Panama. My father's from that country. Cool. Yeah, Coffee Farm. Issa Rae, that's her name. That's the show I'm going to leave here shortly and go see the movie. I got in on a farm. Congratulations, Billy Jackson. Panama is dope. You could buy a house there for $60K. I know. I'm trying to tell the people, but they don't believe me. But I'm going to take this vacation this summer sabbatical. I'm not messing with y'all. I'm not fooling with y'all. I'm going to pre-record stuff and send it to y'all. Panama is my travel list. I've been to Panama 6 times now, but mostly with family and then the Carnival Cruise kind of situation. Plano, Texas. Detroit. Ericka, you're always speaking about implementing systems for businesses. Please do a video on just systems to use or put in place because you're the only channel with real info. So the really hard part is the reason I really got tired of doing courses, but I want to do one more where I like talk about YouTube and how you make an online business and the systems you need for that for different levels. So I'm thinking of doing that. There's also another, it's just difficult because I could be talking about systems for a real estate agent. I could be talking about systems for a real estate investor. I could be talking about systems for all kinds of businesses. It's really difficult to do in a video format like this. But you know what I mean? Investing is my new hobby. Ericka got me to open an Acorns app this morning. Congratulations. Bruce Wayne. Yeah, his name is literally Bruce Wayne. He's Asian. Bruce, BRUCEWANG. Tell him Ericka Williams sent you. I listen to Dave Ramsey often. I listen to Dave Ramsey because here's the thing. Where's that book at? Do I have it even closed? I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, add the curse of the high IQ, which is Aaron Clarey, which applies. Most people, it's not that most people are dumb. It's not that. It's just most people want very average living. They're like, I want to come home, I want to TV, I want to chill, just be comfortable, just enough. In the top 20%, that's where some people you watch my channel, that's where me and you are. You're like, that ain't enough. So this book's a good book for our work week. This is the expanded version. I read this often because I think about he was working 80 hours a week. He was just killing himself. And what do you do if you want to just stop? You want to stop working tomorrow. You go take a vacation. You got to start implementing things. So for sure. Let me see. A lot of information here, you guys. Ericka, where do you store your trucks when they don't have a driver or they're not on the road? Silas Williams, usually there's truck lots all over the United States, and truck yards, whatever company you're leased under, you can store it there. You can even buy a piece of property, commercial, and store it there. You can rent places. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Depends on where you're at. Thanks for all the information. Thank you. Thank you, D Organics. Yeah, I just saw a new building in Nashville online a few weeks ago. Yeah, I was going to show you guys that, but my computer has like freaked out. And it's just doing a spinning circle. So hopefully this video will save, because if not, it'll disappear. All right. Willie, what's up, Andre Hatchett? I've been hearing a lot about the approaching recession. How can you tell a recession is coming? Why not? That's we would go so long into a conversation. Why not? If I were you, I'd Google store closings. 5 years ago, I did a video about, it was projected that 8,000 stores would close. Now it's up to like 60,000. And that means individual stores, not just like a brand, where a lot of these companies are closing. Everybody's like, Amazon, Ericka, Amazon's taking over. Yeah, no, it's not true. Like literally online is still very, very 10%. It's still a small percent of shopping. It's just the general consumer in the United States is like slowing down. What you have is you have a huge baby boomers who they should be retiring and buying like a smaller houses and moving. They can't retire. They don't have anything saved. So you just have like this stagnation kind of in our economy. It's hard to explain. But you can Google store closings. Again, 37 million people are 90 days late on their credit cards. 7 million people are 90 days late on their car. Listen, 90 days late on a car, your car is what drives you around. So these people are like playing hide and go seek with their car. You guys, Andre Hatchett put his notary class in the comments. You can click on it. Yes, I've showed a lot of books. Thank you, Mentor Shelley. Invest in yourself. You hear people at the top of their game say it over. Yeah, listen. Listen. If you guys go check out Max Maxwell's vlog video, you see me in there at minute 3. I guess I'll share it in the community part, where I'm just talking with him, and he was like, "Oh, you really invest in yourself?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, this is just everyday life. This is me connecting with potential investors, potential co-partners, like this is a way to talk with the top 20%, because what happens is you'll see the same people at conferences over and over, and they'll tell you the same thing. Like, I can't find nobody to talk to stuff about. I'm like, me too. It happens all over. No, O'Shea's just a moderator. Like his whole show is moderated. Some of the flipping I'm talking about is growth, and some of it is salesmanship. So too much of our earned dollars are going into taxes, so nothing left to save. That's key. See, people love to say, well, 40% of my income is going to taxes, Ericka. But see, a lot of people still living above their means on apartments. They're living above their means eating out every day. They're living above their means on clothes. There's a lot of spaces to cut. And also you can reduce your taxes. There's so many videos on reducing your taxes and your W-4, so many. I can't even go through it right now. Auntie Nina B. I followed Dave Ramsey in 2015, paid off $10,000 student loan debts in 9 months. Debt free scream, right? Taxes are going to less up unless you get write-offs, right? Not Jimmy. What's up, Terry? Andre Hatcher said he just laid. I think he meant paid $754 for a Friday fingerprinting appointment. Already paid. Congratulations. College ain't cutting it. No one is hiring you. You can come out of college with debt. That's some of the reasons. I'm trying to tell people to buy tech and they are not moved by the money. Well, Kyle Phillips, you know what I think a lot of it is they think they're not smart enough to do tech. And I promise you, this guy posted something on Facebook that I thought was funny but true. He was like, a lot of black people don't like white people, but they don't know any, right? And black people, white people don't like black people. They don't know any black people. They don't be around enough black people to even know any. Same thing when it comes to engineering and tech. Every time I've moved different cities, I've seen new jobs, new people, and I go, I'm not trying to say it in a smart ass way, but like that person's not that smart. Like anybody could do those jobs. It's literally just training. And that's why a lot of those guys get replaced by people from India. It's literally just training. Will you come to the job and show up? And a lot of those guys have a lot of pride issues too. I'm not gonna lie. They've always been the smartest person in the room. So they're walking around like, so jobs are like, oh, you don't want to work well with others? You're out of here. Happens often. CG said, many people aren't willing to accept it takes discipline and time. Making more won't help people with no discipline with their money. The mindset has to change first. This is very true. But my thing is when people say, oh, I just need to manage my money better. If you're making anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a month, yeah, you can manage it better, but it's like very thin margins. You got to help yourself there. Seventh though said, I'm not even gonna read that. Talking about child support. Stop it. Okay. Yep. Vegas big houses are filled with entire families, 4 to 6 cars in a driveway and street because they can't afford to live alone. Listen. There was 3 black sisters on a video and it's going viral. And they're talking about, each other's relationship and goofing off and laughing. But if you listen to them right at the beginning of the video, I'll see if I can share it on here. They talk about they all live together. Oh yeah, right now we all live together. And I was like, what? They're like, oh, mom and dad, the sister and her husband, that sister, the other sister, and the cousin and their husband. So already I'm like, what? And they're black. They may be Jamaican, but yeah, I think they were Jamaican. Yeah. Anyway, but they were all living in there. So I know it was a big house. And it was just funny because it was like, they just went on the conversation. It was like nothing in the conversation. Now, people, when they live like that, everybody should be debt free. Now, my problem with that is I've just seen too many situations where you got 2 or 3 cousins who are lazy, have no discipline, eat up all the food, don't work extra jobs. So when you're in that situation, you should be so uncomfortable that you're working extra jobs to get out of it. What's up from Memphis? What to do when I have $1,000 to invest in something? You should grab a Smartphone Millionaire book and it should tell you what you should be. There's 2 or 3 books I've already put out. Ladder Income. It's a small PDF. I have it already in the links. The Smartphone Millionaire book. I tell you what I did, how I laddered small amounts of money. You're not going to buy rentals with 1,000. You ain't, unless you're partnering with Tide Capital or Black Sea Fund Group. You're going to be able to buy small fractional pieces of shares, monthly dividend stocks, Prosper Lending Club, U-Haul Investors Club, different things. But you're not like doing massive like, and that's what people want me to tell them. You're going to take $500 and you're going to flip it. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to take it and stack it. And when you get next month $1,000, you're stacking some more. That's basically it. Yeah, Southern Comfort. I tell you, I buy silver, I buy gold here and there, but I don't overdo it. It's a piece. It's like less than 5% of my portfolio. Physical. I don't buy gold ETF or silver ETF. I buy physical. Eric always has these stories. I know I be having random ass stories. I can't wait to have a bunch of kids because I'm gonna tell them all kind of random ass stories. They're gonna love it. You might run into Sean when you're in Belize. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. He did get deported. Billie Jean, let's go. Yeah, I got 10K. What's up, Billy Jackson? What's up? We used to do that in Kenya, build a house in a weekend. You cook and you, you come work. Exactly. No wonder I'm getting harassed by these car dealerships for every 3 months. I bought a car in 2012 and still driving it. That's right. Drive it to the ground. I'm in the car business, paid mine off and driving it till the wheels fall off. That's right, man. Listen, who's the stunting for, right? Like people be so stressed in their cars and driving hard. Like, hit me. Go ahead, hit me. Y'all saw the video the other day where the guy backed into me. I wasn't even stressed about it. I just honked the horn. I got out the car. I looked at my car. Well, nothing wrong with it. I'm like, dude, come on. Go on about your day. And that was it. And this lady was standing out there. She's like, oh my God, you're so calm. I'm like, what you mean do? Be freaked out? Like, that's how pressed people are. They're in such bad conditions that somebody back in their car, they're going, oh. What do y'all eat when y'all cook at home? Everything. My mom used to make stir fry all the time. She went to Germany. So she was stationed in Germany and she was stationed overseas somewhere else. I forgot where. And she would come home and make new things. And you'd be like, what is this? But I make a joke, chicken, beans, and rice. Like if you got kids, you know, kids are very picky about what they eat anyway. It's like give them some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, so they don't choke on bones. They don't cry about skin on chicken. Get them on in there. Give them some little bit of rice. Give them some beans or some kind of green. They need a green on there somewhere, but you know, keep them kids moving. I mean, there's cookbooks. Like I told you guys on this channel many times, cookbooks have made a resurgence. Like cookbooks are like one of the #2 selling things in like in Barnes and Nobles because people don't know how to cook. I bought, you know, guys, I'm having a surgery on my face, my jaw here, in a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna be out. I'm not gonna be on this channel. I'm gonna be chilling, be resting, recovering myself. But I bought a bunch of soup cookbooks. I'm like, what are the soups I can make? Because I'm gonna need soup, and it's important, you know, like you gotta figure out stuff to cook when you're home. Somebody said they have the same car for 10 years, a 2013 Malibu. Always want to buy land, but don't know how to get started. Yep, still happy to figure out. Like, do you want to be near where you live now, 30 minutes away, an hour away? I'm trying to buy land right 30 minutes from where I am right now. I'm here in Austin. Cars last at least 8 years now, for sure. Cars have got to be the biggest source of financial irresponsibility in the United States other than credit cards. Possibly true. Oh, I see what you're saying, Rebecca Faye. I see what you're saying. You're a young single mom. I feel you. I feel you. Rice, eggs, veggies. You know. Cheap, easy, healthy. She'll forever be making and working for someone else. High car notes, insurance, maintenance. Man, I can't even. I felt bad for the lady. Come to Hawaii. What? Checking in from Chicago. What's up, Chicago? I'll be in Chicago for the Windy City Cookout, July 13th through the 17th. And I'll be seeing my grandpapa. Billie Jean, what's your PayPal? My car constantly getting rented out on Torino. Steady income every month. That's right, Chris. That's how you got to do it. Checking in from Northern Virginia. What's up? Got 2 promotions. Be constantly inquiring about my tasks of the position he wanted me to be in. Okay, Belladonna. I have my own business. I drive my old paid off 2006 Escalade. I will drive it until it evaporates on the road. All right, Mark Murray, I feel you. 2 promotions in 9 months. Cook with YouTube, for real. Yeah, YouTube's got a lot of cool designs. Urban H, thank you for the $1 super chat. Rachel Ray be all over YouTube. Urban H, you can do a 203 B loan. I mean, here's the thing with loans. I'm being careful. Is it a house you're going to live in? That's FHA. If you're not going to live in the house, there's different type of titles for loans, which I will have on Friday coming up. I'll have Kendra. I'll have Reggie. No, sorry. I'll have Kendra. I'll have Khalil, and I'll have Kier on the show. So all the related stock questions, bring them on Freedom Friday. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Miami, Jacksonville, Florida. I even put a poll in the community for you guys to put together the questions you want answered on Friday. Put them in there because, you know, we can do a long show. They're not used to doing long shows, so help me out. All right, I got to get on out of here. So thank you, Doug, for posting my courses. Look at Doug, best YouTube helper on the internet. Thank you, Andre Hatchett, FHA203K loans. Thank you. 203K loans. Ooh, Sharon Diego said, I have a family that stay with new cars and no homes. Cal Phillips, for all my people in Texas and LA, there is work in the oil refineries and chemical plants, paying big money, all different trades. That's very true. Black cleaner restorer, you sound like you need a consult, but essentially somewhere around $5,000 to $10,000 a month. There's hundreds. Like, I really tried to put together something and I'm struggling to put it together, but it's all these lending. Every day I get lenders from lendo.com and nav.com coming in. There's a lot. Oh, thank you, CN. Layoffs in manufacturing. I can tell in the stock charts too that we're about to approach a place where banks will start selling and the market will fall. Thank you, Terry, for the info. Okay. Hide and go seek with your car. That's what they're doing. TH hats is okay. Right. Best thing is to reduce taxes, invest in 401k, pre-tax income. Man, what's crazy is some of these gossip channels are making up to $30,000 a month because we're so invested in celebrity drama and not our own lives. Yeah, but some of them are losing money too. We've talked about it. Basically, I talked to a lot of different YouTubers. Juggling finance. I make $4,000 a month. Save 50%. My expenses are really low. Save $5,000 in 3 months. Congratulations. Peppermint tea, group economics. That's right. The key to success is a Carolina Panthers hat. No, I'm just wearing it for now. Jose Hayes, thank you for the $1 super chat. Most people so broke they sue if you touch their car, literally. Oh, listen. I dress the way I dress for a reason. I don't want nobody thinking I got a lot of buckaroos and they can hit me and fall down on my car and nothing that mess. Wild rice, not white all the time. Yes, very true. I only have wild rice at my house. I used to have jasmine all the time and I just switched it. All right, guys. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Hopefully this video saves. If it doesn't, I'll be sad. But my computer is acting weird. And I have to go to the movies. So I got to run. You guys are amazing. You're fabulous. Listen, grab the Smartphone Millionaire book. How to invest in people, businesses, real estate from the palm of your hand. I also have Ladder Income up there. And I also have Rise of the 1099 Economy. And also possibly 2 other books coming. We'll see how we do it. Do you offer consultation? Yes. It's in the links. He keeps posting it. Click it in the links. BBL. Anyway, you guys have been great. Thank you for being here late. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out.